Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mindset Matters. I'm your host Mayuresh Srivastav, and today we are talking about something that can truly change the way you approach success. Let me ask you this. Have you ever started something with full enthusiasm? Maybe a new fitness routine, a side hustle, or even just waking up early every day. And for the first few days, maybe even weeks, everything seemed perfect and you were all in. But then something happened. Life got busy, you skipped one day, the excitement faded, and before you knew it, you were back to square one. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You got it right. Our today's episode is on consistency, one of the most fundamental elements of success. We've all been there. I know how it feels when you struggle to stay consistent with something you truly want to do. It's easy to start something, but staying consistent, that's the real game changer. And that's the real challenge where it comes in. And you know what? That's exactly what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Consistency beats motivation every single time. Think about it for a moment. Motivation comes and goes, right? One day you wake up feeling unstoppable, fully charged up, and ready to take on the world, and the next, you all know what happens. As soon as the motivation fades, so does the feeling of conquering the world. The truth is, no one stays motivated all the time. Not even the most driven person you have ever met. Life comes with its ups and downs, and so do challenges. But consistency is that jaddi booty or that multivitamin tablet that keeps you going, even on the days when you don't feel like it. So today, we are going to break this down. We'll talk about why consistency is the real secret to success, why it's so hard to maintain, and most importantly, how you can make it a habit in your life. Sounds good so far, right? If you ever found yourself struggling to stay on track, starting with strong intentions and losing steam along the way, then stay with me because this episode is just for you. Alright, let's break this down. What do we actually mean by consistency? Have you ever thought about that? We hear this word all the time. Be consistent. Success is all about consistency. But what does it really mean? Well, let me tell you. Consistency is simply the act of showing up and putting in the work regularly, no matter how you feel on a particular day. It's not just about grand gestures or one time efforts, it's about those small repeated actions that over time lead to massive results. It's about doing something what you are supposed to do, not bothering much about the results or the outcome. If you have created a goal, work on the process which helps you in achieving that goal and doing it regularly no matter whether you succeed on that particular day or not. We understood just now what consistency is, but why does it really matter so much? Now here's the thing. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. A lot of people confuse the two. They think, oh, I skipped studying for one day, so now I'll never catch up. Or I forgot to journal this week. So what's the point in journaling or continuing that? That's not how it works. We should never think consistency as something once it is broken down, you can never start it again. It's not like that. It's about being consistent or doing something what you're supposed to do. If we are not being able to do it on one day, the world is not going to end on that particular day. You can restart it the very next day with the right intentions. It's not about being perfect every single day. It's about being present and persistent. Even if you miss a day or two, you don't throw away all your progress. You just get back on track. That's what makes the difference. Don't try to be perfect, try to be consistent. Perfectionists often struggles because they wait for the perfect moment to act. But in reality, success isn't about doing something perfectly. It's about doing it repeatedly with right intention. You don't need to be perfect to see results. You just need to be consistent. That's why I am emphasizing so much on consistency and being consistent. Consistency brings progress, and you know what? Progress beats perfection. Check my reel on perfection. Link of it is given in the description below. And here is another big thing. Consistency beats motivation too. It's not only about the perfection. Consistency beats motivation too. Motivation is great, but it's unreliable. Some days, you wake up feeling inspired and energized, ready to conquer the world as I said earlier. But other days, you just want to hit snooze and stay in bed. If you rely on motivation alone, you'll always struggle to stick to your goals. That's where consistency wins. It keeps you going even when you don't feel like it. It turns actions into habits and habits into results. Right? So, motivation is something you can be motivated for one day or 1 month, at max 45 days. But if a person is consistent in his or her efforts, he will always do what is right for his goals to be done. Not thinking too much about the motivation. If the intention is there and those intentions and those actions are translated into habit, then it will be done in an autopilot mode itself. There is no extra effort or the conscious effort which need to be put in to get that thing done. Alright, let me share a small example with all of you from my real life. When I first decided to get fit, I had this big goal. I wanted to lose 10 kilograms in the next 3 months. Sounds solid, right? But then I had a realization. Instead of chasing a goal that would last just 3 months, why not create a healthy lifestyle itself, an ecosystem that would support me long term? That was a game changer moment for me. I understood that health should not be just a goal, it should be a way of life, a lens through which you see everything. So instead of obsessing over the number on the scale, I focused on building a process. I focused on building the ecosystem which helped me in accessing my goal. Not only about that goal, but being healthy and happier in the long run. So I made a few simple commitments with myself, but the powerful ones. Number one was a 45 minutes brisk walk every day, no excuses. Number two was no sugar, no bakery items, cutting out the biggest culprits in our healthy lifestyle. And you won't believe it. It didn't just help me hit my target faster than expected, but the best part, I still follow it today because it's not just a goal anymore, it's a part of me. So here's my takeaway for you. Don't just set a goal, build a process around it, and then stay consistent with that process. And speaking of goals, let me dive deeper into them in the next episode, where I'll break down how to set goals effectively and actually stick to them. It's the same with everything. Learning a new skill, building a habit, even changing your mindset. The more you repeat something and make it a part of yourself, the more natural it becomes. So try to make that process as a part of yourself. Don't look at it as an obligation that you have to do that. No, it's not your obligation. You have to accept it as part of yourself. Just like you breathe day in and day out in an autopilot mode. You have to do those processes in an autopilot mode itself. You don't have to push yourself to do that. It should come out from you itself. Alright? Hope you understand what I'm trying to communicate. Look at the most successful people in any field. Athletes, artists, entrepreneurs. Do you think they just worked hard once and became great? Absolutely no. They showed up day in and day out, even when they didn't feel like it. That's what separates them. A few days ago, I was listening to a podcast of Tony Robbins, and someone asked him, Tony, how do you stay so consistent after all these years? And you know what he said? Even though I have been doing this for almost 40 years, every single time I step on stage, I prep myself up. That really hit me. Because consistency isn't about just showing up. It's about showing up with intention every single time. Even the best in the world don't rely on autopilot. They prepare, they reset, they recommit. And that's what keeps them at the top. If a person like Tony Robbins prepared himself before going every time on the stage, then we should definitely look at it from a perspective that the greatest person in the world are putting effort to refine themselves, to be a better person. Then we definitely need to look at it as an inspiration in a different way, as a motivation, I would say. So you need to be motivated how Tony Robbins is doing his work. And you have to make that particular thing a process of yourself so that it should come from your within. So let me ask you this. Where in your life do you need more consistency? What's something you have been on and off with? Maybe it's a habit, a skill, or a goal you have been chasing. Whatever it is, remember this. Small steps done consistently lead to big results. Let me repeat this one again. It's a powerful one. Small steps done consistently lead to big results. Alright, so are you ready to commit to consistency? Trust me, that is where the real magic happens. Let's bust some common myths about consistency. And let's be honest, there are a lot of them out there. The first one is, you need to be highly motivated to be consistent. It sounds logical, right? But that's not the case at all. That's a myth, complete myth. You don't need motivation, you need discipline. Motivation, as I said earlier, comes and goes. It's like that friend who hypes you up one day and disappears the very next morning. But discipline, that's what sticks around. That's what builds habit. So you need discipline and consistency instead of just being highly motivated. The second myth is, consistency means never taking breaks. Oh, come on. That's just not the case. That's just not true itself. Rest is important. Your recovery is important. In fact, it's necessary. The key is not to quit after the break. Think about it. Have you ever skipped a workout or missed a study session and then thought, well, I missed a couple of days in between, then there is no point in restarting it again. Let's drop it here itself, isn't it? We have all been there, but taking a break doesn't mean you have failed. It just means you are human, you can make mistake, you can take break. The trick? Get back on track as soon as possible. Don't look at it as a roadblock. Just consider it that you took a break and just you need to get back on track as soon as possible. And then there is another myth which is around consistency. You need to make huge progress every single day. This is a big no. Progress isn't always flashy. Sometimes it's small wins. Sometimes it's barely noticeable. But guess what? Small steps taken consistently lead to massive results over time, as I said earlier. Think of it like compounding interest. Tiny efforts build up into something incredible. If you understand the power of compounding, then I'm sure you would be able to relate to it consistency as well. Now let's talk about the real struggles. Why do most people find it so hard to stay consistent? Number one, lack of immediate results. We live in a world of instant gratification, don't we? We want quick action. We want to see quick results as well. And when we don't get it, we give up. But real progress takes time. If you are able to understand this simple fact, then life would be much more calming and stress-free. Number second challenge could be fear of failure. What if I mess up? What if it doesn't work? What if people judge me? These thoughts hold us back more than we realize. I have covered an entire episode of failure and I would recommend each one of you to listen to it if you haven't. The link of which is shared in the description below. Third challenge is self-doubt. That little voice in your head saying, are you sure you can do this? Yeah, it can be loud at times. But consistency is about proving to yourself every day that you can do it. Maybe small wins every day. And sometimes when we hear too much about our self-doubt, we start creating the imposter syndrome. Fourth challenge could be overcommitment. Ever try to do too much at once? I have done it too. And it never ends as well. And we overwhelm ourselves. We burn out. And we stop doing it altogether. So instead of taking too much on your plate, take it as a chunk. Do it and then take on the other thing which you want to do. But don't try to do too many things at a time. Don't try to start too many things at a time. Because then you start overwhelming yourself and then you stop everything altogether. So you will not be able to do anything. So it's better to start small and then slowly pick up the momentum. Fifth challenge could be losing interest over time. That's the big one. So what happens in our digital world, we are so much connected with different things that once we are stuck with one particular thing, we come across with certain other things as well. And then we are more attracted to the new thing which we have come across and then we start losing interest in the first thing which we started. But then I thought, why does it happen? If we have started something, why are we not sticking with it? Then I realized this happens when we don't mix things up. This happens when we pick up a task as a tick mark activity and we consider it as a task only, not something which we really want to do. Routine is great, but it should not feel like a project or a tick mark activity. If you are doing something for yourself, why not enjoy doing it in the process? Finding ways to keep it exciting is key to success. So Now that we know the challenges, the next question is how do we overcome them? That exactly we are going to dive into next. So stay with me now. Now, let's talk about why consistency feels so hard sometimes. Because it's not just about willpower, there's actually a psychological reason behind it. Our brains are wired for instant gratification. We love quick wins. It feels good to see fast results, doesn't it? That's why in cricket, T20s are getting more attention than the test matches. Or even viral trends seem so tempting. But long-term consistency, that's a different game altogether. And if you've been following this podcast, you might remember I covered this in detail in the past episode. If you haven't listened to it yet, go check it out after this one. Now, here is where it gets interesting. Neuroscience actually explains this. Our habits are built in a part of the brain called the basal ganglia. Sounds fancy and too technical, right? But basically, it's the part responsible for automatic behaviors. The stuff we do without even thinking, like brushing our teeth, tying our shoelaces, or scrolling through social media without realizing it. Yes, we have all been there. But here's the catch. Building a new habit takes repetition and conscious effort. The word I'm using is conscious effort. And in the beginning, it's hard. Why? Because our brain resists change. It wants to stick to what's familiar, what's easy. But the more we repeat something, whether it's exercising, writing, or waking up early, the stronger those neural pathways become. And over time, it becomes automatic. It stops feeling like a struggle. But why brain resists change? Because you know what? Our brain is designed to make us survive. It's not designed to make us thrive. So to thrive, we need to put some extra effort. And that is where the new habit, new efforts come into the picture. And that is where I mentioned about building a new habit takes repetition and conscious effort. Now, here is another thing that gets in the way of consistency. Decision fatigue. Ever feel completely drained after taking too many decisions or choices in a day? No matter if those were big or small, that's decision fatigue in action. When we have too many choices, we struggle to make consistent decisions. Think about it. Have you ever spent 10 minutes just deciding what to watch on Netflix, only to end up watching nothing at all? This has happened with me. Like on one day, I opened Amazon Prime to watch some series, and I scrolled different movies, different web series, news channel, but didn't excite me on that particular day. Then what I did, after like scrolling for 45 minutes, I just closed the television. So that's what the decision fatigue. Like I was so much confused in deciding what to watch, what not to watch. Our brain was constantly processing the information, and that is where the real fatigue happened. So that is called the decision fatigue. The same thing happens with habits. When we overcomplicate things, we get stuck. That is why simplifying your routine is a game changer. The less you have to think about what to do, the easier it is to stay consistent. So now that we know why our brain makes consistency hard, the real question is, how do we work around this? That's exactly we are diving into next. Now let's talk about our solutions. How do we develop rock solid consistency? As I said earlier, number one would be start small. Tiny actions done repeatedly create momentum. So first you need to create the momentum what you want to do. Don't start with an overwhelming goal. Start with something so small that you can't fail. Right? Number two, have a clear why. The purpose. When you have a strong reason behind what you are doing, it becomes easier to stay consistent. So the purpose need to be very clear. Number three, track your progress. What gets measured gets managed. Keeping track helps you stay accountable, right? So create a scorecard. See how you're progressing, and then if you need to do some course correction, you can do it in between instead of reaching at the goal towards the end of the goal and then see that you are completely deviated from your goal itself. So keep tracking your goal, keep tracking your progress. Number four, create systems, not just goals. Focus on building routines that make consistency easy. Create an ecosystem around you, create a process. So all these ecosystem and the processes help you in achieve that goal. Number five, which is most important, is accountability matters. Find an accountability partner, mentor, or community to keep you on track. When this happens, you resonate with the energy of other people who are actually equally consistent with what they are doing. And when you resonate with those people, it becomes much easier for you to achieve your goals as well and to be consistent as well, because you are seeing someone who is being consistent and disciplined. So you don't need to put that much of effort. It's become much easier for you. Accountability partner plays a very crucial role. Now, here are some tools and techniques you can use. Number one is habit stacking. Attach a new habit to an existing one. Like, do 10 push-ups after brushing your teeth. You brush your teeth every day. So what you're doing, you are attaching a new habit with the existing one. Like, I'll have to do 10 push-ups once I'm done with the brushing my teeth. So that is what they call habit stacking. Number two, the 2-minute rule. If a habit feels overwhelming, do it for just 2 minutes. Often starting is the hardest part, and once you are done with it, then probably you want to keep that momentum alive and you want to continue for another 5 minutes and then 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and that is how you keep building the momentum. Number three could be visual cues. Create a vision board for yourself. Use reminders, sticky notes, or alarms to keep you on track. That is why I'm focusing on this vision board on sticky notes, because that is where your RES comes into the picture. What RES is, I have covered in detail in our last episode. Number four, reward yourself. Celebrate small wins. This reinforces positive behavior. Number five, automation. Reduce decision fatigue by making consistency effortless. Reduce the decision fatigue. Create a routine and just follow it, because then you don't have to take day-to-day decision. Those are the few tools which you can build in your life, or those are the few tools which you can bring in practice so that it becomes much easier for you to be consistent. But all these are very practical and doable. So just check which one you think would be more doable for you. And if you want any help, you can reach out to me anytime. I'll share my email ID with all of you so that you can just write a mail to me and see if you need any further assistance. So let's recap what we have covered in today's episode. Consistency is about showing up regularly, not about being perfect. Consistency beats motivation because motivation is temporary, but habits last. Our brains resist consistency at first, but with repetition, habits form. Small, daily actions lead to massive results over time. Using simple tools like habit stacking, tracking progress, and having accountability partner can help you stay on course. Now, before we wrap up, I want to reflect on this. What's one area in your life where you need to be more consistent? Maybe it's your health, your business, your learning, or even your mindset. Pick one thing, just one. Create a process around it that supports your vision. Start small, and most importantly, take action today itself. Don't wait for tomorrow. If you found this episode helpful, do me a favor. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. I don't have a big budget to push this podcast up the charts. What I do have is you, my amazing listeners. Your support means everything. So if this episode resonated with you, share it as a story on your Instagram. Tag me and let's spread this message together. The more people we reach, the more lives we can impact for a better tomorrow. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Matters so you never miss an episode. That's it for today's. Small steps every day create extraordinary results. So keep showing up, keep pushing forward, and remember, your mindset truly matters. Until next time, take care and stay consistent. Thank you.